So it is nearly the weekend yet again. Let's make some decent weekend breakfast. Let's do some sausage egg muffins and some double bacon egg muffins. There is nothing difficult about either of these. I'm literally just showing you because I've made these recently, so why the heck not? Now, let's start with the sausage ones. I get these pork tenderloins. You've probably seen these. I already did a separate video on pork tenderloin. But whenever I'm doing one at the weekend, I always chop them in half because I'm not going to get through all of that, even with the 2 dogs. And I can use the second half to make sausages or do a different dish. So you want to take about half a tenderloin and you want to trim off any of the fat, any of the white bits, the silver bits. I don't necessarily do this all the time for other dishes, but when I am making sausages, we're going to blitz these in the food processor. This is a step that is worth doing. Please don't skip this because when these are in your sausage patties, they're quite stringy and annoying. Don't forget to check underneath. And you're going to dice this up or chop it up. This is about 200 grams of just pure lean tenderloin. And into that, half a teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon of sage, a pinch of rosemary, and of course a decent pinch and a half of table salt. I also put in black pepper. And about 30 seconds, blitz it up in your food processor. You'll get this mince. It makes 2 patties, 2 very decent patties. Of course, you can make 4 smaller ones, thinner ones, if you want to stack them. But you can see, there was nothing to that. We didn't put any funny ingredients in. This is just pure lean meat. No preservatives, no crap. So they're going to be delicious. Get your pan nice and hot. We're not putting any meat on a cold pan. And they need about 4 minutes on either side. Now, I've made these up on a Friday evening and I've kind of either cooked them and reheated them the next morning, or I've just prepped them like to this level and left them for the next morning. You can do a full tenderloin and you can freeze them in batches and take sausage patties out as you need them. And of course, you don't have to use a tenderloin. You can do this with a lean pork chop, cut the fat off, or you can just get normal sausages in the shop and, squeeze out the insides and make little patties. So I'm going to use muffins. These are breakfast muffins. They're savoury. And I just take them out of the freezer. I always freeze the 4-pack, toast it, butter it. And I've let my patties rest for a few minutes. Get my fried egg on. Of course, I'm going to have my egg runny. And then I just assemble my muffin. I don't bother with any cheese on this, but I do like that egg nice and runny. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Now, of course, you don't have to do yours runny. I'm just showing you that this is what I had for my nice breakfast last weekend. And that's kind of it. That's the sausage and egg muffin at home. When I take that muffin out of the freezer, I tend to just cut it, butter it. You can put it in your air fryer to melt, or you can put it in your toaster. But those muffins are really, really nice for breakfast. And like I said, this was all from a tenderloin. So if you do buy tenderloins, because they're often on deal, this is a great way to use it. You can even use half of it, a quarter of it. Be fancy with yourself. Now, let's look at the bacon egg muffin. This is a much faster one, no prep involved whatsoever. You're just going to need that same muffin and you're going to need 2 eggs and a little bit of either streaky bacon or just the ends of the rasher. So I use my small pan, very important to use the small pan, get it warm. I scramble up 2 eggs, bit of pepper. You can put salt in as well. I'm just trying really badly to reduce my salt because I'm out of control. So don't think I'm dissing salt. Salt is amazing. And I just scramble these up. No milk, nothing else. Literally just a bit of black pepper and a bit of egg. And I pour it onto my pan. Now don't put the pan up too high. We are not going to flip this over. We're not putting under the grill. This is like the crepe of omelettes. It's going to cook all the way through just from one side. Now, I had these bacon back rashers, the ones that have like the lean medallion on one end and then the fatty little tail. And I just cut off all the fatty little tails, but I kept them aside because I knew I'd find use for them. So these were pre-cooked before they went on. I just threw them in the air fryer for like literally 3 minutes and sizzled them up. And you'll see yourself, this will cook all the way through. You don't need to, now if you want to drizzle cheese over there, of course you can put it under the grill. But I just wait till it's completely cooked through and then I flip it over in half. And then I cut it down the middle into like 2 triangles. And then onto your muffin. You can get 2 muffins out of this, or you can just double up, which is what I am going to do here. this just hits every time. And this would be nice with cheese. I would definitely put cheese on this. I just was trying. I was trying to be a little bit better today. Less salt, less butter, less cheese. Obviously, the bacon doesn't count, But there we go. There is my super quick, super basic breakfast muffin options. Whenever I get a chance to pick up a 4-pack of breakfast muffins and throw them in the freezer, these will go on rotation over the next couple of weekends. And I know it can be a little bit of an extra task blitzing up your own sausages and making your own patties, but we've not got any of that ultra high processed crap that goes into them. They taste amazing. So give them a try. I hope you enjoy.